Welcome back. In tonight's excerpt from my one-on-one interview with Governor Bobby Jindal, we begin by asking the one-time nicknamed public policy whiz kid what a President Jindal would do about Obamacare.
First, you repeal and replace all of it. We can't afford the taxes, we can't afford the borrowing, we can't afford the entitlement, the new entitlement program on top of the existing entitlement programs. We can't afford all the regulations and all the spending. So what do we replace it with? We need to do three things. One, we need to bring down the cost of health care. He said he was going to do that, and he didn't do it. I think it's immoral to make people dependent on government, put millions in Medicaid that's not reformed, that's not effective. So instead, standard tax deduction so people can afford their health care from their employers or otherwise. Voluntary purchasing pools so people can get health care through their churches, trade groups, or their employers, however they want to buy it. Third, cross-state purchase of insurance so you have more competition. Fourth, expanded access to medical and health savings accounts and wellness accounts. Fifth, crack down on the frivolous lawsuits. If you do those things, independent studies show you could reduce the average premium for the average family by $5,000. Secondly, help the vulnerable. So there are people with pre-existing conditions, others that can't afford their health care. Give $10 billion a year to the states, but make them do things like, let them have the flexibility to do things like high-risk pools, reinsurance. There shouldn't be a one-size-fits-all federal approach. Certainly shouldn't be a mandate that you have to buy benefits you may not want. And third and finally, empower doctors and their patients. The real question is, who do you trust, bureaucrats or patients and their doctors? President Obama has made it very clear he doesn't think we're smart enough to buy our own health insurance. He doesn't think we're smart enough to know what we should or should not get. I trust the American people. I trust them working with their providers. We got 16 specific items. We're the only one with a plan. Other Republicans talk about repealing Obamacare. We're the only one with a specific plan. There's more details online, but the bottom line is affordability, protect the vulnerable, empower doctors and their patients.
Very briefly, not quite an elevator pitch, but give me the quick, concise Bobby Jindal platform for the family, for faith, for freedom, and for marriage.
Well, I'm telling folks to believe again in America. I gave a talk at the Reagan Library over a year and a half ago talking about the upcoming assault on religious liberty. It's no longer upcoming, JD, it's here. I have fought tirelessly to protect our First Amendment rights. Unlike President Obama and Secretary Clinton, my views on marriage are not evolving. As a Christian, I believe marriage is between a man and a woman. We need to restore our 10th Amendment rights. The courts just trumped. We need to, at the federal level, remind this court that marriage is between a man and a woman, but we also need to defend our First Amendment rights. I did an executive order protecting Christians, businesses, individuals in Louisiana, saying the state will not discriminate against you for having a traditional view of marriage. Now the ACLU is suing me, showing their hypocrisy on religious freedom. They were for it before they were against it. Look, the United States didn't create religious liberty. Religious liberty created the United States of America. Hillary Clinton says that those of us that are pro-life need to have our religious views changed. My religious views aren't between me and Hillary Clinton. They're between me and God Almighty, and I'm not changing them just because she doesn't like them. So my pitch to voters is, if you want somebody that's going to fight for you, if you want somebody you can depend on, you want somebody who's not changing their views based on the polls, if you want somebody with a proven track record, go to BobbyJindal.com.
More with Bobby Jindal tomorrow night. Now it's time to take a look at what's on your mind via social media. The first comment from Mike, writing in about my interview with Newt Gingrich last night. He writes, JD, I personally think Newt Gingrich is a true American patriot. Yes, bring him back often. We'll attempt to oblige. The next comment from Alan. Here's his anger in this email. He says, I'll make this simple. All current high-level politicians and judges need to be fired. They're evil and corrupt. Obama and high-level GOP members are waging war on America. This Iran deal is wrong, and the side deals are the real motive. We're in real trouble, and our government is lost. God bless King Trump. Really? President, maybe, but never a king, Alan. And let's take a look at another comment from John. I don't know if I will vote for Trump, but I am delighted with his candidacy. He knocks the legs out from under so many establishment sacred cows. And finally, here's something from CN. I feel a vote for Trump ensures that Hillary isn't elected. If Trump doesn't get the GOP nod or goes independent, that would split the vote and Hillary would be elected. I don't agree with his colorful comments, but I have to vote to defeat her. We thank you for your comments. If you want to check in, the best way to do it, go to our website, newsmaxtv.com/comments. That'll do it. Stay brave, stay free, stay tuned.